Subscribe for more shitty content.
And like the video so I get more views. Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is eSportsMoney, ZSM, Mac10, whatever you want to call me, and welcome to my guide to jungling sniper in patch 7.06F. So the official patch date has been set for November the 1st. This will be following immediately after the major is completed. I believe it's an ESL major, and then we will have new content. But Valve, for reasons that I kind of suspected, they would delay the patch. They've delayed it for the major. They won't be delaying them for minors, I don't think, but they will be delaying these patches for majors. So anyway, getting started with jungling sniper. So lately I've been doing a lot of research into older guides I have so that I can create content in the interim. And Sniper is a hero that jungles quite well on Radiant, and he's actually not bad on Dire. So for the purposes of demonstration, I'm going to be going for Hand of Midas. I think a lot of people will want to go for Hand of Midas, but going Mask of Madness is totally acceptable here. Ideally, Mask of Madness could be better because it will give you more farm, but also a more presence in the game. So as far as skill build goes, you can see the mechanics on screen. Basically, I'm going to be hiding up on this high ground. Also note that you are outside of the creep spawn box where Sniper is currently standing, and so if the mobs are up on the high ground with you, if all of them are there, then you will not block your camp. I end up blocking one camp here, but I still get a pretty decent Midas time, despite my one significant fuck up. So as far as skill build goes, I get 1 point in Shrapnel at level 1. It's not as good on the golems, but it is an overall very, very good skill for farming the neutrals in the early game. And note that your DPS at level 1 is 15 magical damage, and then it goes up to 35 at level 2. So going from level 1 to level 2 is a pretty solid value proposition. However, with this build specifically, I like to max Shrapnel first, and before you freak out, I still get 1 point in Headshot, and I still get 1 point in my Take Aim passive that increases my aim, and I don't like to go Dragonlance. I've queued it up here because some people like that sort of thing, but if you go Dragonlance on this hero, you actually have to right-click on the enemy hero you want to hit in order to get max attack range, because your attack range is longer than the hero's aggro range, even with your passive maxed without a Dragonlance. So your attack range is super stupidly freaking long. So anyway, maxing Shrapnel first gives you a significantly large magic damage AoE, and a lot of people will remember the ho-ho ha-ha patch. I believe it was 6.85, 6.84, something like that, when Sniper and Troll were just in every game and super strong. And the reason that they were in every game was because Shrapnel was so good. It was when Shrapnel got buffed to this charge system, and he does have a talent that will increase it up to 7 charges, which can make him just as bad as he used to be. In fact, potentially a lot worse. At level 25, I would say almost always get the 4 Shrapnel charges. So anyway, I like to max it first because of the fact that it doesn't scale that well until you get level 25 and then get 4 more charges, and because it's pretty significant AoE magic damage. At level 4, without the talent, you do 75 AoE damage with a 10-second duration, and that AoE can be absolutely massive if you save your charges, though do remember that this no longer affects buildings because it's so good at killing units. So they nerfed it a little bit by removing that. So as far as the other skills go, at level 2 I like to get a point in Take Aim so that this hard camp is easier to kill. That's specifically why I get Headshot at level 2 and not... Or that's specifically why I get Take Aim, your E passive, rather than Headshot, your W passive. That gives you the chance to crit and gives you True Strike. So, actually no, it doesn't give you True Strike anymore. So anyway, get that, and then you want to have a point in your passive, a point in each of your passives, and then 3 points in Shrapnel by level 5 if you're following my build. You can delay your Midas by about a minute, and then you can build anything you want without putting any points into Shrapnel, but I prefer to get the Midas faster, and I also think that Shrapnel is just a very good spell. Also, the cast range is 1800. You can cast Shrapnel way far away from you. It is an extremely good ability. It's one of the most underrated abilities in the game, even after its nerfs. I also get my ultimate at the standard 6, 12, and 18. It's a pretty good long-range nuke, and Aghanim Scepter can be something that I look on the hero. As far as items go, I'm going to leave this up to you. If you're watching this, you're probably going to want to go for the Hand of Midas, but as far as items that come later than the Midas, you probably have your own opinion about that, so I'm not going to stress it too hard. As far as skills after your shrapnel is maxed, I like to get additional points in take aim up to 3 points, then max headshot, and then get my last point in take aim. I will prioritize talents over skills in most situations, especially for the 4th point in take aim, because that last 100 attack range goes outside of your aggro range, so it's not as good. Talents. At level 10, I'm going to go with 15 attack speed in a lot of situations. However, it is acceptable to go for the mana regen because you're shrapnel dependent. Level 15, always get the shrapnel DPS. At level 20, usually go for cooldown reduction because if you're getting hit when you're sniper, you're pretty much dead anyway. And at level 25, I go for the 4 shrapnel charges always because 100 attack range is not worth as much as that massive AoE damage and slow. The slow is the big thing with the shrapnel in the late game when you're sieging high ground or defending high ground. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like this content, hit those like and subscribe buttons. Peace.